And you know what? I'm also going to bring up, if we can, I'm going to bring this up on Weather 3 as well. So just I'll let you know when I have it ready, guys, so you can bring up James Hilger's stream. Because Josh Myers is, I think he's helping, and he's calling 911. There was that person that was not injured seriously, but was thrown off the road, or the car was off the road and he was stuck, and so he needed help because there are additional storms that are coming in. So clearly a busy night, and we've got more storms, and we'll get you through them. We'll get you through all of them here. So, all right, I'm almost done here, and you can take this stream here from James Hilger. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll bring it up here, and we can bring it up on Weather 3 if we can. And so here's a look at the live storm tracking, and there's a look at his stream a little bit smaller so you can get the whole picture, get a larger picture, and the storm. And then finally, I'm going to do one more thing. We're going to split screen this radar so you can see not only where the rotation is, but also where the storm is. And so this is going to just barely miss Siloam Springs, it does appear. And we also have a weather bug camera on top of that, too, that's located at Allen Elementary. So this will give us a great view of this storm. We'll probably get a very good visual as this storm's coming in. So I'm actually going to switch the radar source, and we're going to bring that up on, we're going to bring that up here on Mega Doppler, and I'm going to bring up that radar. So it looks like his stream went out there for a little bit, so we can take the radar back up full. And if we look at Lincoln, we're going to go with Rogers. And we just had these cameras installed at Siloam Springs, a new camera. Okay, we do have James. Okay, James, so I know exactly where you're at. You're on Highway 412. You're a little west of Siloam. Well, what are you seeing to your southwest? And it looks like your stream went out, just to let you know, too.
Do what?
It looks like your stream went out. So you're live here on KNWA Fox 24. Well, the stream came back on, so that's good. Might be a little bit of an internet hiccup. So tell me where you're at and what you're seeing.
Right now, I'm about 3 miles west of Siloam Springs. Right now, I'm seeing a bunch of lightning. Probably about another 10 minutes before I'm have visual on what might be on or not on the ground.
Okay.
Hopefully, we can see what's going on exactly then.
And from your vantage point, it does appear that it is going to travel west of Siloam Springs, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And I'm right in between Dripping Springs and West Siloam Springs on 412, and I am looking south-southwest.
Okay. Well, you should be getting a visual here very soon as this storm is coming in. And it appears that our Siloam Springs camera is having trouble connecting. So could have been the other storms that came through knocking, you know, power flickers, stuff like that. So let me see if there's still debris on this. Yeah. Oh, James, there's a huge debris ball.
There it is. Yes.
You have to be careful before this storm crosses, because if it right turns at all. Do you have a east axis?
I do. I have a. That's what took me so long to call you back, Dan. I had to find a spot, so I had all directions to go.
Okay. Well, sounds good. It looks like the rotation's weakening somewhat, which is what we were kind of anticipating or hoping for. But there's still debris in this storm that's showing up. It's still there. Either the tornado is in the process of lifting and it's got debris lofted, or it's still churning. But you know, it's such a tough time of the night. Thankfully, the storm is a little more isolated, but it could be, just like we said, rain wrapped. So we've got his stream. Let's go ahead and we'll take that full, if we can, just for a second, so you can see the radar. Let's go ahead and take Weather 3 full. And so you're looking to the south-southwest. There's the lightning. And, yeah, you can see at times a lowered cloud base. But what's crazy about this whole day is, and because of these low cloud bases, you can't see the tornado. But we know, so James, I don't know if you've been tracking this, but I'll kind of give you an update that this tornado touched down near Gore in western Sequoia County. It tracked through Cherokee County, and it made it through Haskell County, too, earlier. But then the storm in Haskell County moved into Sequoia County and then continued northeast into Cherokee County as it moved to the northeast, and now it's in Adair. Just an incredibly long-track tornado. And the rotation at times looked almost similar to the Denning-Etna tornado or even the Joplin tornado. It was a strong circulation.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so he was watching that. So he's looking to the southwest. If we have any visual, it'll be coming up here. But unfortunately, James is looking south-southwest. He's looking at this rain core, and the tornado is located within the center of this storm, and it totally rain-wrapped. And that's why there's just haven't been many visual reports. Now, there was that one out of Tulsa, a storm spotter, that got that tornado picture, and I tweeted that out at Weather Dan. So we still have a circulation. It has weakened somewhat. We look at the rotation. We're not looking at oranges and yellows and reds anymore and white, but it's still there with the green circulation. But I think this storm is in the process of finally weakening and beginning to limit its tornado potential. But, James, you're on it. You're watching it. And break in if you see anything of importance. I'm just going to keep you on the line, okay?
Okay, Dan.
All right, so storm, by the way, is just southwest of Dripping Springs. And just to let you know exactly where that's at, it's about, I'm going to say maybe 4 miles southwest of Dripping Springs, about to cross into Delaware County. Now, the warning, the tornado warning, if you don't have site-specific warnings, you're getting the alert for Benton County. But this is not including parts of Rogers or Bentonville or Centerton. It's close to Gentry, but it's just a little bit west of Gentry. So if I zoom in, you can see the actual warning polygon, missing Gentry, missing most of Siloam Springs. It does include West Siloam Springs, but I think the tornado is going to be west of there, so that's good. However, James, I will say this. It looks like, as these storms have done, maybe a little bit of a redevelopment on the southeast side of this mesocyclone, of the rotation of the updraft. Are you seeing anything like that visually?
I'm not. I went a little bit further west, but I'm getting socked in rain. I don't think it's going to do me any good to get any closer to it.
So you're going west? You're going to let it pass by you to your east?
Or to my west. It's going to pass to my west near Dripping Springs. I'm just east of Dripping Springs by about 2 miles.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so you're driving west on 412, and we have that on your image right here. So live storm tracking with James Hilger, Dripping Springs, the area of circulation just to the southwest can bring me up here in the Weather Center, and we're tracking this storm. So there's the circulation right there. There's the storm, tornado warning. We got a new extension of the tornado warning. Flint, Beckwith, Dripping Springs, those are the areas that are going to be impacted. Take your tornado precautions. It does look like it's starting to cycle back up again. We're starting to see brighter colors. And they got new severe thunderstorm warnings, so we're kind of focused right in on this area. But I will say that let's go ahead and we'll bring up back the radar and James's stream if we can on the two-shot. So a lot of things going off here in the Weather Center. Multiple warnings. It looks like we got a new warning coming out for the, let's see here, River Valley. Every one of these storms is severe as it comes through. So while we're not experiencing anything in Rogers or Fayetteville or Bentonville, that's going to change, though, as these storms continue to lift northeast. And, by the way, there's a new storm that's in Carroll County or should I say not Carroll County, Crawford County, excuse me, Crawford County that's moving northeast. So, yes, I think that he needs to go. By the time he gets there, though, it's going to be gone. So we've got James I really think Adair is going to be the worst damage if we have someone. Okay. But the storm will be gone, and it's not going to be hitting Siloam. It's just a little bit west of Siloam. So that's a look at the storm. We got circulation that's developing. Let me get back in front of the radar here so you can see exactly what we're seeing with this storm as it tracks to the northeast. So here's a look again at this storm. Bring me up on the weather wall. So we've got this circulation. James, are you still on?
I am, Dan.
Okay. It's getting closer to you, so keep me updated on what you're seeing. And, whoa, there was a bright lightning flash. We saw that on your stream.
Yeah, there's going to be another one coming up as well.
Okay.
That's really picking up.
Okay. Well, it not only is it picking up, but there's two circulations now showing up. And it looks like the bottom right or the bottom let's say the southeast circulation is starting to strengthen a little bit more, and I'll show you exactly where that is. It's a little west of Watts. We also have that circulation that's south of Delaware County. The weather radio is handy. You can hear it going off, and boy, it's going to alert you, and that'll wake you up as well. So James getting in position, circulation literally just southwest. It looks like it's very strong. You should be seeing a wall cloud, James, because now you're going to be out of that initial rain core, and you should be able to see that. So just as soon as you see some visual, you let me know.
Will do, Dan.
Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, James Hilger as one of our storm spotters. We've had Joshua Myers out there. He's been tracking this tornado. He encountered the rear flank downdraft, which is an area of winds that's wrapping around the tornado. He was never able to visually see it. He did see damage, though, on Highway 82. Bright lightning flash there. 2 circulations now showing up, and this one's going to be a little closer to Siloam. So I want to do a track on both of these circulations, and in order to do that, let's go ahead and we'll bring this up full. James, we're continuing to monitor details. So I do have the weather camera now back up running from Siloam, so that's good news. Looks like that went back up and got running. So I'm going to pitch that to the southwest, and I'll bring that up full here in just a second. So it looks like power is intermittent here. A lot of lightning. Now that looked like a pretty good lowering to your southwest, James.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit, but not totally clear just yet, Dan.
Yeah, I know you want to verify that and confirm that.
Correct.
So, and I don't blame you there. So there's the severe thunderstorm. Let me take you through all of these warnings, and we've got a lot of them here. So we'll start you off first of all. It's starting to get a little more active. Severe thunderstorm warning now for the Fayetteville area, for a storm that's in Crawford County, as I was mentioning earlier. That's tracking to the northeast. We've got this storm that's severe warned for Adair County, Sequoia County, LaFleur County, basically any warning except for no severe thunderstorm warning for Benton County eastward. So there's the tornado warning that goes until 10:45, and it's been extended to 11 o'clock. Let's go back in here, and I want to look at those 2 circulations that are showing up. So if you're listening to us on KLRC, which that frequency, by the way, is 90.9 KLRC. Also, we have 101.1 in the Fayetteville area, and 103.5 and 99.1. So those are the various frequencies that KLRC's transmitter will transmit their signal. That is KLRC, the positive difference. So we are weather partners with them, and we've been tracking these storms, and this is definitely in their listening area. So, James, it looks like this circulation is just about ready to cross Highway 412. You're a little east of it. Tell me what you're seeing.
I still can't see nothing, Dan, unfortunately. The winds haven't picked up at all. So it doesn't seem like it's on the ground. Hopefully it's not.
Yeah, it looks like it has weakened somewhat, and it's become a little bit more elongated, and there's a lot more inflow than what we call rear flank downdraft. I'm just looking at a different radar. But I'm tracking this storm, and Flint, literally right on top of you, Natural Springs State Park, Union Church, Bethel Church, Cherokee City Baptist. So those are the areas that are going to be getting impacted by the storm, or at least in the path. Now, there's another, and you can see the Weather Service having another circulation that they're watching. This is to the southwest of Siloam Springs. That's moving northeast, and that's going to be moving more towards West Siloam Springs at about 10:53. Siloam Springs Lake at 10:59, Power Plant 10:02, Cherokee City 10:03, and continuing northeast at about 25, 30 miles an hour. Let me look at the late. It seems like it's not moving quite 40 miles an hour, James. Would you agree with that?
I would, Dan.
It's not moving very quick. We've been watching it for a while, so they've got a motion at 45 miles an hour, and the individual storm might be doing that, but let's see here. What radar are we having that on? So out of Tulsa, it's a pretty good circulation, and it's not quite as organized. So it looks like the circulation now is just to the east of Flint. So, James, tell me exactly where you're at right now.
I'm in Dripping Springs, and I am starting getting some inflow to it now, Dan.
You are? Okay. So if you are in Dripping Springs, there's a circulation, the one that we were talking about that was southeast of the original storm circulation is a little to the east of Dripping Springs. So let me bring up the radar and show you what we're talking about. So there's 2 different circulations. Bring up Mega Doppler, bring that up full. You can see what we're talking about. Let's go here with... There we go. We'll look at that. And so there's the area of circulation. There's the original area of circulation that's kind of weakened and crossed Highway 412, and a little more inflow now, as he said. So are you experiencing that inflow from the east?
Yeah, Dan, it looks like it's, by the winds, it looks like it's already crossed the road.
Yep.
Is that what you see?
That's exactly what I see. You got it. It's already crossed Highway 412. The radar will update here. Keep in mind the radar has a little bit of lag time. That's why we have storm spotters. That's why it's so important to have that. So I'm taking a look here at Siloam, and we're going to get a good view of this. Well, I'll tell you, the internet is a little bit slow out of Siloam. Let's bring up James's stream full if we can. And so it looks like you're getting some pretty heavy rain now.
I am, Dan, and I'm heading back east because there's no North Road options.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I can stay ahead of it to cover it for the western side of the county.
Okay, understandable. And I'm taking this camera and I'm panning it to the west. I bet you a lot of people are on the internet right now in the Siloam Springs area. So well, that was a huge lightning flash. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's like lightning still going like crazy. There's a lot of people taking this serious. I see a lot of people evacuating from their houses. I had people come up behind me, and a casino in Siloam Springs was evacuating as well.
Okay. Yeah, there was that big flash right there that we just saw. I can bring up this weather camera that we were talking about in the Siloam Springs area. So let me go ahead and do that and show you what we're seeing. So this is at Allen Elementary. It's a little bit too far east to see any type of definition. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Bring that up and see if that works. So hold on just a second. Bring this up on Weather 1. All right, let's go ahead and we'll bring up Weather 1. So this is Siloam Springs, Allen Elementary, 10:46 in the evening. Pretty incredible lightning. And I don't just want to say hyper-focused on this storm. We've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and I've literally got to give you the wide view to see it. But this is the tornado warned storm that it is weakening somewhat. And it looks like, James, this is information that they're saying it is still observed. It's still an observed tornado. And according to the radar, James, it went right over Highway 59 and 412. And that's unbelievable. I believe it. The Cherokee Turnpike, there's debris that was just west of Flint Creek. On the correlation coefficient. So they're still saying this tornado is confirmed, and I can see it on the radar. That's incredible. So new circulation now west of Siloam. We're looking due west and Allen Elementary. This is that weather bug camera that's showing up. So very incredible lightning. All right, enough of looking at this camera. I'm going to bring the camera up. However, I also want to bring up the radar and show you exactly what we've got, because, James, we got so many warnings here, it's going to take a little while to get through them all. So we'll take a look here at the radar just by itself. And so here's what we've got. Tornado warning until 11 o'clock for Delaware. Severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford, Washington County until 11:15. Severe thunderstorm warning for Adair County. That goes until it looks like 11:45. Then we have additional thunderstorm warnings that are in the River Valley until 11:45. And then we go all the way down into McCurtain County. And so basically every storm along the line is going to be having the potential to produce 60, 70-mile-an-hour winds with multiple tornado warnings. So this is an incredible storm that's going to be wreaking a little bit of havoc across northwest Arkansas. So, James, any indication ahead of the line what you're getting with these storms as they're coming through?
No, Dan, there's really nothing out of the ordinary or any real signs from my distance. Just a bunch of lightning, heavy rain, and once I got extremely close, was a little bit of inflow. But it's so wrapped in rain, it's just almost impossible to see.
I know, and it has been all night. Okay, good deal. Hey, James, we've got Josh Myers on the line, too, and I want to hear from him because he was kind of attending to someone that was injured, and he was right in the path of where that storm was with the tremendous damage. So if you have any other additional information or you see anything that is, deserves calling in, just go ahead and call in again, okay?
Will do, Dan.
Thank you for all of your help, James. You've been a huge help. So that's James Hilger, one of our storm spotters, and we've got that storm spotter team that has been literally out there almost like a battlefield where they literally are all across the area. So, okay, so we've got Josh Myers, and Josh Myers was, we'll see when we have him. So we do have him right now? He's dialing in now. Okay, so Josh Myers, just to give you a little recap, he was on this storm as it originally developed in Haskell County. Then it continued northeast into Sequoia County, then Cherokee County, then Adair County, and continued to lift to the northeast. And right now, that's the same tornado-warned storm. But look at this. The warning has expired. That's great news. And warning did go until 11 o'clock, but the Weather Service out of Tulsa, as we were mentioning, as it gets farther north, the ingredients and the environment just wasn't quite as favorable. Okay, so Josh Myers, go ahead and tell me what you're seeing and if you have a report to give us.
Yeah, Dan. Yeah, I made my way eastbound. I'm now heading northbound on US 69. I'm about 5 miles south of Silent Springs. I did want to report I did see power flashes to my northwest.
Okay, and how long ago was that?
About 3 minutes ago.
Oh, you saw power flashes not too long ago, huh? So there was, I could see it on the debris. There was literally a debris showing up on the radar. Hold on, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued, probably additionally for that storm. So the new severe thunderstorm warning. They dropped the tornado warning, but just a few minutes ago, where would you say you were looking about approximately? And you were on 59, correct, south of Watts?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and you were looking to the northwest?
That's correct.
All right, so if we update this here on the power outages, now we've got tremendous amounts of power outages. Well, I wouldn't say tremendous, but over 1,000 that are reporting customers that are without power. So that's going to be definitely a little bit of an issue. Then we've got from OG&E about 5,000, and this is alone in Sequoia County. We got about 4,000 that are without power, and then finally in the Haskell County area, too, additional people that are without power. So overall, it's about 17,000 customers that are without power in the Oklahoma area. So how was that? Tell me a little bit about that gentleman that you attended to in the Cherokee County area. Josh Myers.
The car.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car crash. They weren't really injured. They were okay. Their nerves were rattled. They're going to get somebody to get their car code.
Were they in the Were they in the tornado? Was that a direct result of the tornado coming over them and tossing their vehicle, or?
Yes.
It was, okay. So was there?
Yeah, there was 2 large trees down right next to them.
Okay. Yeah, that could be nerve-wracking. Late at night, rain-wrapped. Go ahead.
The trees were laying in opposite directions as well.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's a confirmed tornado. There's no doubt that there was debris on the radar. There was a very strong couplet. Couplet's history on this storm. That's meaning the rotation for Siloam. So, unfortunately, though, folks, I can't give the go-to-bed time yet. Josh, I always kind of do that when the storms move in because people want to know when can they go to bed. And unfortunately, we got this line that's coming in, and we still have potentially tornadic conditions and lots of severe thunderstorms. This is an intense storm system. As we were mentioning, all of those ingredients coming together, and boy, they came to a head tonight. And I sure hope there wasn't any people trapped or any type of injuries, or even worse, any type of people that might have been, hurt or seriously hurt or maybe even killed. We haven't heard of any like that, but that was a strong, strong tornado. And you'll be hearing about the damage reports. Well over 20, 25, maybe even 30-mile track on that storm. So Very incredible long track tornado. And Josh even said he saw power lines that were flashing just to the southwest of Siloam as he was traveling north on Highway 59. Is that about the only visual that you saw all night, Josh?
Other than I could see like the bowl of the mesocyclone above me and the rotating rain curtain, that's about it.
And that was that time when you were close to, when you were by 10 Killer, right? That you experienced those, and Cookson, when you really experienced what's called the rear flank downdraft. So, wow. Get ready, folks. This storm system's coming in. So if you have your lawn furniture that's out there, maybe you have some inflatables for Christmas, for your holiday decorations, go ahead and deflate those. Otherwise, they might be gone. These storms coming in have the potential to produce 60, 65-mile-an-hour winds, multiple warnings. I mean, every single storm is being warned just because of the energy. The good news is this is out of here by Saturday morning, but not quite completely Saturday morning. Early Saturday morning, this storm system will be moving out. So Melissa has been gathering information. She's been kind of continuing to update on social media. I know she's been taking care of a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Do you have anything that you want to add? Do you have any information, Melissa, that you have?
Well, right now we're just trying to get our web updated to let everyone know what is going on as these storms move into northwest Arkansas. Like you said, fortunately, all the tornado warnings have been dropped. We still have a tornado watch until 2 a.m., but those severe thunderstorm warnings are out there in abundance. Like you said, there's so much energy out there right now. So we are seeing lots of warnings all across the radar. That is currently what I'm trying to do. I mean, these winds, we were expecting gusts 60 miles an hour, but they've exceeded that. They're 80-mile-an-hour gusts, penny-size hail. So, I mean, they have that potential to be very damaging. And this line is going to continue to move through the area, and these are dangerous storms. So right now, currently, what I am doing is trying to make sure those folks who are on the web are up to date and know exactly where the storms are heading and keep them safe, because if you don't have our NWA Weather Authority app, which you most definitely need, especially instances like this, and then this upcoming week, by the end of the week, we could be talking winter weather. So we're going from a very spring-like environment to the potential for maybe even some sleet or flurries by the end of the week. So get that
cross
NWA.
That bridge when we come to it. But no, I hear you, Melissa.
Get that NWA Weather Authority app, because these thunderstorms still have that potential of being very dangerous.
And you can get that app on Apple iTunes and Google Play. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but you can see the thunderstorm chances that we have. Obviously, it all clears out. And one of the reasons that we've been on this storm so long is you can see that on our severe weather update map, you're going to see that we've got the enhanced risk that's all across the area. So these storms as they move in. So Josh, I know you're still on the line. If you don't have anything else to add, you can go ahead and continue to monitor these storms, and you can drop off. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, I made it into Siloam Springs right now. I'm just driving around, heavy rain.
I guess, how strong are those winds that you're seeing from Siloam?
I'd say about 25, 35 miles per hour.
Okay, that's one information we have. That's going to be Colby. Yeah, Colby Ward. That's calling.
Colby effect.
All right, so let's take a look here at what we've got with the storms. Melissa's still mic. We can drop her mic off if we can. All right, so I appreciate all of our storm spotters. Man, they're so helpful. They do a lot of, give great reports. Again, he was tracking that storm for a long time. I want to go back to the risks here, and it looks like the tornado threat is starting to diminish a little bit more, but let's put a track on all this activity and this entire line, and if we loop it here, there's so much lightning you can't even see. So this is going to be highly electrified. There's going to be a lot of lightning activity. It looks like, Melissa, this storm is even bowing out in the Fort Smith area. So this is a wide view. Every single storm is severe warned with the potential to produce over 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is a long satellite radar loop. We're about to get the brunt of this, and guess what time it is? 11 o'clock at night. We're almost approaching the midnight hour. We said right around 9 p.m. to about 2 a.m. 2 a.m. might be a little late. The storm system will be long gone, but boy, this is right now when all of this energy is focused right into what we call the apex of the bow. So the system is zipping in. There's a little bit of radar data that's kind of dropping in and out. You can see it flashing. But there is a look at the severe thunderstorm warning. This will probably produce 60, 70, even potentially 80-mile-an-hour winds, as Melissa said. So very strong storm. The lightning show was incredible this evening, and you knew that the atmosphere was brewing something incredible with all of the what we call anvil crawlers that we had. But we have... Basically, if you're anywhere in the northwest Arkansas area, get away from the west side of your home. There's going to be windows that could be blown out from blowing debris, as well as rocks and pebbles, and also trees that can come down. Now, thankfully, our ground isn't saturated, but we did have some rains that were pretty heavy at times. And so that's a look at the satellite radar loop. And you can see this bow right here, where it's kind of taking that backwards C shape.